Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Have a quick one for you this morning. I've been tracking this since last year about car makers and some of the things they've been doing to generate more revenue, to yield more money for their car companies, and all sorts of different types of ways. But this has been going on for quite some time. It is just now making the news. Now, one company I personally know have been doing this for quite some time. When I think about GM, when I first had my Chevy Malibu, which I only had for 3 years because I had so many damn problems with it, but nonetheless, the issue with that particular vehicle, let me just tell you this quick story. I bought a 2013 Chevy Malibu, fully loaded, sunroof, leather seats, LED lights, all the 9 yards, right? Had everything included inside that vehicle. 7,000 miles on the engine, the transmission engine started to misfire. So I called up to Chevy and let them know, took them to the dealership. They said that you had a misfire in your engine. Okay. And because you're still on the warranty, we're going to replace your engine as well as your turbo that came with inside the vehicle. I didn't add a turbo, it came with the vehicle. So now I have a new engine in my car after 7,000 miles. So this was during the time, I think it was going to 2013 to 2014. I was driving from Washington to Oregon to some New Year's Eve party. This car was roughly around the same amount of miles. I was coming on another 7,000 miles. So on my miles for the particular car was around 14,000 miles. So the car started to jerk and act really weird on the way down. I'm midway from Washington State, midway to the destination of the hotel I was staying at the time on New Year's Eve. I actually left on New Year's Eve. I called up OnStar as I'm driving because every time I let my foot off the gas, the engine started to flutter. So I said, let me keep this mash down, pedal to the metal, so to speak. And I was only roughly going around 40 to 45 miles per hour in that vehicle. And OnStar said, well, sir, there's nothing we can do now. Try to make it to your destination or try to make it somewhere safe, and we'll handle it from there. So long story short, I left that car in Oregon in order to be fixed, and they found out the issue. The issue was GM put in the wrong spark plugs in all of those vehicles within that particular VIN number. If you notice, they always ask you your last four VIN number because just like anything else, lotion, chemicals, they make cars in batches. I digress. So after that, I had a horrible experience. It happened twice. They didn't let me trade in the car for another one. So I traded that car in, long story short. But for quite some time, you've been getting charged for services like OnStar, services that will allow you to remote start your car from your phone, unlock and lock your doors, turn on your AC, turn on your heat, put on your heated seats, so on and so forth, for a fee. So GM has been doing it for quite some time, but now the stories are now coming to light. Now, one of the things that the car companies have always been trying to do is trying to compete with CES. Is anyone familiar with CES? So CES is the Consumer Electronics Show. A lot of tech people go here for new products that's coming on the market or potential product that's coming on the market. And it's always been kind of overshadowing the car market. But now, as we're starting to notice, there's a lot of technology in cars, especially when Tesla came on the scene and started to really push autonomous driving, right? We had, rear traffic cross alert. We've had accident detection when your car may stop or give you a beep or a sound for you. So there's always been these things that have occurred when it comes to cars for safety features originally. Now there's some comfort features, like my particular vehicle has adaptive cruise control, where I set it at a particular miles per hour and it steers within the lane. Now, after maybe a 30 to 40 degrees turn, that vehicle notifies me to take control of the wheel. It won't do what a Tesla does or anything like that, but I'll let you know what vehicle that is at the end here. I won't be here before you long. So anyway, we know about the tech that's going inside cars, competing with CES, may even want to join CES to a certain degree. So this story came out last year. Car companies could start charging monthly fees for common add-on features, right? It says convenience and technology features that add to driving experiences even better. Convenient options for our cars like heated seats, cruise controls, remote unlocking, and usually these features come bundled with the vehicle. Absolutely. These features already come in a car that you're paying 30, 40, 50, upwards to $200,000 for. Okay. So let's look at this. These are the features these car companies are now trying to charge you and literally take money out of your pocket. And I'm telling you, buyer beware. The car makers are trying to rob you because some of them, even the salesmen, do not let you know that you have to pay for these features. Front and rear heated seats. My car has front and rear heated seats, but I don't have to pay for that. Locking and unlocking the vehicle remotely. Automatic high beams, cruise control, and Apple CarPlay. My vehicle has all of this, but it does not charge you for this, okay? So let's move on. I won't be here before you long, family. I just want to show you, and this is not directly at any car maker. I want to point that out. You won't have to do the research when it comes to the vehicle that you're looking to buy or that the vehicle that you already have that you'll wonder why some of these features are not turned on. It's by design. It's to make you buy into a subscription. That's why a lot of these companies make millions and billions of dollars. They don't want you to own anything outright. They want you to pay for these things in perpetuity. It's kind of like, where would you be without Netflix? Where would you be without your Prime subscription from Amazon? Subscription. These companies know how to remake themselves over and over again in order to continue to bring in not only the same amount of revenue for the past 5-year trend, but double and triple the amount by doing these very price gouging tactics that they're giving to the American people. Now, we're looking at automakers like BMW, GM, Toyota, Lexus, Subaru, things of that nature. And this came about just the way Elon Musk is doing with Twitter. You're paying $8 for a little blue check mark. And believe it or not, people are actually signing up and doing it. I wish I would. Here we go. Forced to pay tacked-on fees and even sign up for priceless subscriptions to get basic features on their cars. BMW recently moved to charge car owners in several countries $18 per month to turn on the heated seats in their own vehicles. $18, family, to turn on the heated seats in your vehicle. My particular car, I have heated and cooled front seats, and I have heated seats, and the car company doesn't charge me. I hope they don't change, because if they do, I'm gonna get another vehicle. General Motors recently started requiring buyers of Buick, GMC, and Cadillac Escalade vehicles to pay $1,500 for mandatory option of buying 3 years of OnStar service. I'm way too familiar with OnStar to buy that. I paid hundreds of dollars for a service that I'm paying for the vehicle that was already on the car, but they have the power to turn it on and off. Think about that, family. You're paying $30, $40, $50, $100, $150,000 for a car, and you still have to pay for a subscription to turn on some of the features that the car already comes with. Let me move on. Here we go. Toyota, meanwhile, started charging $8 a month to remotely start vehicles using a key fob, a feature that had previously been free. Remember how you used to go out, you go to the window and you hold the button or you press it twice and your car start up? Toyota started charging people for that. Buyer beware. Know these things before you buy your next vehicle. Know these things before you buy your used vehicle. Because I'm like, well, I ain't going to buy no vehicle. I'm going to take off 30%. I'm going to go buy a used. In order to activate some of these features, family, you still have to call the car maker or the entity that providing the service for that car maker and pay the monthly subscription. Some of them, you can pay by the year and we'll take 20% off. Family, the features are already in the car and they're charging you for it. General Motors has told investors it aims to generate up to $25 billion in software. Have you noticed what they said? Investors. Not the public, not the consumer, but investors, okay? to generate 25 billion in software and service subscription revenue annually by 2030, up from an estimated 2 billion in 2021. Okay? And they're shooting for 23 billion by 2023. Let me see what else we got here. They have all sorts of things, like the subscription push was pioneered by Elon Musk. A lot of you guys love your Teslas, right? That's why I don't have one yet, because of all of these subscription fees. Automakers charge $10 per month to access music streaming, satellite maps, and other features. I remember in my Chevy Malibu I was telling you guys about earlier, OnStar had navigation, but my vehicle didn't. So they were charging me monthly fee. I forgot what it was, 15, 20 bucks, or I paid by the year, just so I can have onboard navigation. I'm one of those people that I like to have a car that have navigation on it, because I don't want to always use my phone for every single thing, because you have a bigger, display. Some people, you turn your phone to landscape, or some people can actually look at portrait, however you do it. I'm one of those people that like using my phone for other things versus my navigating while I'm driving. I would like to use the car system for that. Okay. That's just me. It's a preference. But look how much they're charging. It also adds a whopping $200 per month or 12,000 miles of a one-time payment to access its experimental full self-driving option. Tesla, right? So when people look at, I didn't made it. I got me a Tesla, Model S, Model Y, Model X, whatever. Netflix bleeding about 1.2 million subscribers in the first half of 2022. All right, boom. Let's move on. Luxury SUVs. Let's talk about them. Oh, I know some of you have been waiting your whole life to get a BMW. As they used to call it, BMW is a black man wish. I only had one, turned it in after 2 years. Really didn't care for much for it, but that's just me. Not speaking bad about the car maker, but let's just see how much one of these BMWs costs. And family, I'm going to do 2 versions of it. We won't be here long. We're going to build our own vehicle. Let's just go ahead and build our own vehicle. And we're going to take a sedan. We're going to take the BMW 2 Series, right? Because we want to try to make this thing as cheap as possible. We see that the coupe is anywhere from $500 to $1,000 more. So we're going to go with the 4-door Grand Coupe. Okay, 4-door Grand Coupe. We see the 3 Series that's in the 40,000 range. Listen, family, we are already at $40,000 with a BMW. We're already at $40,000, right? And we're going to get the Grand Coupe here. We're going to take the cheapest BMW that we can find. And when it comes to title, taxes, and registration, you already know you at $41,000, $42,000, family. So look at this 37 as $42,000. We're not going to even change the color on this thing. We live in, some of us live in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, or wherever you live. It gets hot, but I'm going to stay with white for whatever intents and purposes, okay? We're going to keep the same wheels. We don't want to do anything fancy. We're going to keep the same upholstery. We're flying through this. We don't keep the same trim. Look, there's no wood grain. There's no aluminum trim. This the plain old plastic, whatever BMW put in their vehicles nowadays. I don't know. Okay, but I can tell you it's not premium materials. We're not going to get any feature packages. Okay, so here we go. $37,800. And let's see if this calculator is working. Okay, I got my zip code in there. And let's just say that we have a trade-in of $10,000. So even with that being said, family, you're going to pay $500 at an APR of 6%. And roughly that's kind of the current interest rates nationwide. So that's not too bad for 60 months. They said that you have a trade-in of $10,000, and then you have a down payment of $2,500, okay, which is reasonable, right? Which is reasonable, but you're still paying $500,000 for your little $40,000 BMW. Let's go back very quickly here. We're gonna go back to build your own. Now we want a very sizable luxury sedan. So let's go with the 5 Series. We won't go with the 7 Series. That's already $8,000, okay? So here we go with the 5 Series. Again, we look at the MSRP as shown. They're showing $60,000, okay? $60,000 for a 5 Series BMW, okay? We won't get the M5 because that's already $117,000, but we're going to go with the cheapest 5 Series that we can find. $56,000 already. And this is small. Let me tell you, you thought a 2 or 3 series is small. 5 series, you can get 4 Americans in there, you know, kind of squished in a little tight there. We're going to keep the same color. Okay. Let's do something with the wheels here. You know what? That's just the color. Let's choose your exterior. Next, we're going to go to the wheels. Let's look at the wheels very quickly. We want some 19s. We want to fill up this kind of rim well here. So let's go with some 19s. Okay, confirm changes. Some new wheels are going to cost you an additional $3,000. And now we're going to the trim. You know, last time we had the plain trim. Let's do some cognac. Yeah. We're going to do some cognac and black. Oh, yeah, that looks really nice. I like that burnt orange, but it's going to cost me, right? We're moving right along. Let's see here. We got some fine ridge. Let's do some finished wood here. That looks really nice. That looks really nice. Might not be your taste, but nonetheless, I'm just picking options, okay? So we got upgrade your BMW driving adventure with advanced suite of technology. Okay, heads-up display where you got the hologram within your windshield. That's you can read instead of looking down at your speed limit. It's all right there. Your navigation, all right there as a hologram on your windshield. Absolutely, I want that. Of course, add to the build, okay? Confirm changes. Here we go. Now we're going to go to the summary. Very basic package. You are already at $60,000 for a 5 Series. For a 5 Series, family. Why am I pointing this out? Why am I pointing this out? I won't even get into the monthly payments. We're looking at what? $800. I'm going to do the same thing. We're looking at $800 maybe. Oh, $1,000. $1,000, family. And if you lease it, it's $564. $1,000 for a $60,000 BMW that don't have all the bells and whistles. You got one package. You got some nice leather seats. I mean, very, very basic. Why am I doing this? Let me tell you why. Because as I stated before, you have automakers like BMW to charge people for basic features that are already in the car, like $20 a month for heated seats. That's why. Let's move on. Because I know some of you like your Lexus 400, your Lexus 350 hybrids. Oh, yeah, I know you guys love it, right? So let's just go right to Lexus. And let's just go to a sedan. We're only dealing with sedans. I don't want to make it too broad. And we got a UX hybrid. Let's see here. We have this particular Lexus. What is this? Where are the sedans at? All these look like some weird type of vehicles here. Let's see here. Vehicles. Okay, here we go. Sedans. And we're going to go with the basic starting off at $41,000, even more expensive than the cheapest BMW. Okay. Let's go ahead and build it. We're only going to do one version of this particular vehicle. Because here, these are some of the vehicles that you guys want. These are some of the vehicles that a lot of us love, the luxury and the prestige of it. Me too. And I'm gonna let you know, we're just gonna go with the basic rear-wheel drive. Let's do black this time, or gray, metallic gray. And let's go to the interior. Okay, let's do something different here. That's ugly, but let's keep it moving. Packages, I'm gonna add a package. Let's go with the premium package. Premium package, confirm. We want to do the accessory, go right to the summary. We're looking at $45,000 for now. Again, registration, title, taxes, $50,000. $50,000 for a small, not even an F Sport Lexus, a small 4-door basic Lexus. Let's see some of the features this thing has. It says it has the premium features. Let's see what that includes. You get some 19-inch wheels. Some things that some people don't even care about. The power tilt of your steering wheel. People don't really care about that. Outside mirrors with auto tilt down. Some people may like that, I guess. Memory seats, that should come standard in a Lexus, but that's part of the premium package. Let's see here. Front door seal scuff plates. Okay. Armrest with cup holders. That's what you're paying for in your premium package. For an additional $4,000, that's what you're paying for. Power rear sunshade. Wait till I show you the vehicle that I have. You guys probably already know. heated leather trim steering wheel, power tilt, blah, 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 blah. Heated and ventilated front seats, family. And then the vehicle is small. You, your significant other or friend, and maybe a baby can fit in the back. That's about it. And this is an IS300. That's a very small Lexus, family. Let me move on. Oh boy, GM. Here we come. Here we come. You know what? I'm gonna skip this one, family. We are familiar with GM and Chevys and Cadillacs and Buicks and blah, blah, blah. Let's move on to this. This is much more important, right? Because when we look at this, automatic crash notification is a car safety feature that has been in cars for quite some time, but just making public. But I'm going to show you some of the car companies that actually charge you for this life-saving feature versus some of the people who just give it to you for free. It states here that ACN uses a car communication tool or your phone to notify emergency service in case of a crash. And I believe Apple has a feature like this built inside their phones already. So if you have an Apple phone, check out that feature as well. It brings them right to you, so you'll get the help that you need if you're knocked unconscious or unable to make the call yourself. Of course, it's life-saving, okay? Car brands that offer ACN for free: Acura, Audi, BMW. Listen, car brands that offer it for free: Acura, Audi, BMW, Ford, Genesis, Honda, Hyundai, Jaguar, Mazda, Polestar, Porsche, and Volvo. Then the car brands that offer ACN as a 5-year or more free trial: Jeep, Kia, Lexus, Mercedes, Ram, Toyota, Volkswagen. Car brands that charge for ACN before 5 years: Buick, Cadillac, Chevy, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Infiniti, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Subaru, and Toyota. Okay, then it goes on to give you more detail. So if your car doesn't have this feature for free, then you'll have to be paying for this, either subscription up front or after the trial period of 5 years. Okay, and again, that's called ACN, automatic crash notification. Definitely a good feature to have in your vehicle. Now, let me move up a little bit here. Car companies want to make billions by charging monthly fees for features like heated seats. But guess what the public is saying? I'm not paying for that. No. I'm not paying for that, because this is what they're saying. Paying $5 each month for the ability to lock and unlock your car from a distance through an app. What about $25 per month for advanced cruise control? Like my car, it has advanced cruise control or adaptive cruise control, things of that nature. Let's move on. And of course, infamous car companies like BMW, Lexus, Mercedes, Audi, car companies like that. These brands, including Lexus, Toyota, Subaru, invite owners. Think about if you own the car, you would still have to pay for the subscription. I digress. To pay for the convenience of being able to lock or start their cars remotely. BMWs, you can pay to unlock or automatically high beam highlights. You're going to have to pay for automatic high beams. Like my vehicle, if I'm driving and I have my high beams on, they automatically turn off when they sense another car or in another car that has their lights on. It automatically turns on, then it turns back on when that car has passed. I don't get charged for that. Now, you would think that I have a sponsor of the car that I'm going to tell you guys about, but I don't. But hopefully they're looking so they can pay me. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. But anyway, in 2020, BMW floated the idea of pay-as-you-go heated seats. Low down, dirty car makers are making you pay for one of the comforts that you always wanted in your car. Like me, I always wanted heads-up display. And like my wife, she loved heated seats. It'd be the summertime, but for that one particular day, it's 75. She's like, I'm turning my heated seats. But they charge you. General Motors and Ford both offer subscription plans for their hands-free highway driving systems. Let me see what else I got for you. Moving right along. Subaru. Now, I'm not going to go through Subaru because I know that, in my honest opinion, from what I've heard, Subarus are really great cars. I believe their thing is that all of their cars are all-wheel drive, but people who are into hiking and outbacking and adventurous, they mostly go for Subarus, but they're doing the same thing that the luxury car makers are doing. They're subscriptionizing their services within their vehicles. You didn't pay for the vehicle. You're paying monthly payments to the bank. The car is no longer Subarus, Lexus, BMW, Audi. It doesn't even matter the car maker, right? It's no longer their car. You took out a loan or you paid in cash. They paid off that car dealership that paid off the car manufacturer. Now that car is you, and your relationship is between you and the bank, but the car is now in your possession and is yours. But now you have to pay for features to have an app to unlock your car. It's kind of like my house, right? I built my house. I built a smart home, so to speak. Everything I can do is by voice because of the device that I've bought. Just to think, if that company turns around and state, if your grandfather in, that's cool. But for our new devices, after you buy the device, you're gonna have to have a subscription in order to make it a smart device, or for you to speak to it. What if Amazon did that? Hopefully they don't get no damn ideas from this video. But nonetheless, I digress. Here we go. Car subscription. I want you to hear what this gentleman is stating here.
Is the phone, or the phone is the car, right? So as the automakers can add technology on the fly through things they call features on demand or car subscription services, we're seeing more and more of these software and even hardware type upgrades coming to cars with a subscription type model. A lot of people aren't happy about this. The automakers know they can make money this way, but a new study from Cox finds that 3/4 of people find that they think that these are just money-making schemes by the automakers, and 69% say that if an automaker does this, they don't want to buy the car. They'll look at another brand. So this is kind of a big deal for companies that need to sort of increase their bottom line, but also add new features that you can do with these cars. BMW famously about a year ago tried to have people pay for heated seats. This functionality is already in the car itself, but in order to turn it on, if you didn't buy it from the factory, they wanted you to pay.
Wait a minute. I want you to think about that, family. How low down dirty was BMW trying to pull that on people? The heated seats are already in your car. And the only thing I need to do is press a button because the technology, I already paid for it. It's not like BMW is going to update the technology in heated seats from a satellite signal that's coming down into your vehicle. Turn it on, 3 levels of heat. I don't want it that hot. I just want it warm. You get what I'm getting at. I'm gonna let them finish.
Subscription. So they did that abroad. People heard about it here, very upsetting about that. Mercedes just added the ability to add acceleration boosts to its EVs via subscription.
In order for your car to go faster, they piece building these subscriptions. Mercedes is like, in order for your car to go faster, you're gonna have to pay a subscription for a electric boost. Wait a minute, is it already in the car? Yeah. It's already in your car, but we deactivated it. But if you pay us a monthly subscription, we activate it, and then you can go faster. That's like BMW. You got heated and cool seats in your car already, and you pay for it. But in order for us to activate it, you got to pay us $20 a month.
And then Toyota did the same thing with their connected features on their phone. You want to unlock the car or do things like that, you have to pay an extra fee by month to do these connected features on your phone. So a lot of kind of consternation there by buyers, automakers kind of in a binder because they want to increase profits that way. So that's sort of where we are in this landscape where features on demand are a thing that's going to stay.
Yeah, and they make it so easy to just add those features, right? Because you just tap the screen and go. By the way, Prats, can I just say, this is my big...
Crazy. It's crazy, family. Think about the amount of money that you pay on your vehicle, right? Whether you have a vehicle that you pay brand new that's $25,000 versus some of you have some of the very nice BMWs, Lexus, Audis, Maseratis, all these different types of luxury vehicles that you guys have. And then you have to turn around and come out of pocket even more money to activate some of the basic features within the car, like a damn heated seat. And the audacity and nerve that these car makers don't have some of the most basic features that cars should have. Now, I'm not about big government, but the government should step in and make some of these features, family, mandatory in vehicles. Safety features like, let's go back to the safety features very quickly from Kelley Blue Book. Most of the advanced car safety technology like blind spot monitoring and lane keeping assist, okay, were developed on the road to create self-driving cars. Because at one point, the car makers used to charge people who had dual airbags, okay? They saying that the federal mandate is soon will be coming, as seatbelts and airbags were, okay? So let's go into some of these very quickly. Let me scroll down here. Like this right here. Every vehicle, I don't care if it's a Fiat, I don't care if it's a Prius, every vehicle needs a rear camera and rear sensing alert. Every vehicle. For safety, a small child could be behind the vehicle and you not notice it because a bar fell out. Maybe a pet of yours could have ran behind it and you didn't notice it. But by having you rear camera and rear sensing, you would detect that. Okay. Let's see here. Airbags, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Anti-lock brakes. Okay. Backup camera. That's what it's called. Backup camera. Electronic stability control. Safety belts. Tire pressure monitoring system. Traction control. Collision prevention safety features like rear cross traffic alert. Blind spot monitoring. Brake assist. Forward collision warning. Now, my vehicle has that as well. Anytime I'm driving, let's say the speed limit, I don't go over the speed limit, wink, wink. But when I'm driving the speed limit and traffic has slowed down rapidly and I'm hitting the brakes, depending on the proximity of the car in front of me as I'm hitting the brakes, my seatbelt automatically tightens on my body to brace for impact. I kind of like the feature, okay? Just stating, I kind of like the feature. All right, it makes me feel a little bit safer. Intersection turn assist, lane centering assist, lane departure window. Lane departure windows, when you're driving past somebody in their mirrors, you see a little indicator light. That's letting them know that you're in their blind spot. Every vehicle should have that, okay? I don't care if you have a Geo Metro, you should have that feature, okay? And guess what? If the damn federal government has to make it federally mandated for safety, then so be it. And let me tell you why I say that. I say that because there's so many distracted drivers. Police officers should do their damn job and pull those people off and give them the fattest ticket imaginable so they can be non-distracted drivers, so they can pay attention to what the hell's going on the road and not their phone. I saw a clip the other day. There was a young lady driving a train, I think it was in another country, and she was sitting there on her phone. She forgot to change the tracks and ran into another train that was parked. That's what happens. And how many people you know was a distracted driver, or how many people confess to you that, yeah, man, I crashed my car. I wasn't even paying attention. I was texting an old girl. Men and women alike, okay? Men and women alike, okay? Now, these are some good features I believe that should be in every car. Proximity key, unlock, lock, remote start, forward collision warning, automated emergency braking, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, USB outlets, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. We talked about those. And then they're talking about here's some nice features to have, like adaptive cruise control. Now, without further ado, I see Jermaine Anderson. Thank you for moderating, sir. Without further ado, here's a car company that I decided to go with for the second time that I bought another vehicle. Now, the first time was back in 2015, Genesis. Made by Hyundai. I remember when I first bought the Genesis of the new body style, people were like, oh man, those aren't good cars. That's why they give you that 10-year, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty. I said, why would any car maker do that? Now, I had the pleasure of going to the Generous factory back in the years forget me, about 2013, when I was stationed over there when I was in the military. And I saw the love and care and the precision and innovation that was going into the new body styles of the 2015s, okay? I was looking at some designs. I went on this tour. It was a really good tour. And I decided to buy me a Genesis. And I've been happy ever since. And matter of fact, I still have my 2015 Genesis. I also have a 2021 Genesis. The model that I have is a GV80. Okay, let me show you the vehicle that I have. And some of you are like, man, that's expensive. But this is the model that I have. Okay. GV80 is the mid-size sedan. You guys know about the G90, but this is a mid-size sedan. It's slightly larger than the BMW 5 Series. Okay. It can literally fit 5 people easily, and the 5th person being a small child. Okay. But let me go ahead and build my GV80. That way you know how much it is. And guess what, family? The very same features that these other car makers were trying to charge you for, Genesis never did that. And with this particular Genesis and my old Genesis, my Genesis is back from 2015, and I'm still under my 10-year, 100,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty. At that time, when I bought that vehicle, it came with a 6-year, 50,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty, and I extended it to 10 years, 100,000 miles. But I digress. So let me go ahead and build my particular Genesis. I know this is the 2023 version. I have a 2021, but they look exactly the same. My car is even white, by the way. So I got the 2.5T rear wheel drive. I didn't buy the all wheel drive. Okay, let me move on to packages. And I have the Sports Prestige, right? I got the wireless device charging. I got the remote smart parking assist. And what that basically is, when I'm in my vehicle and I see a parking spot, I literally just drive up, hold down a button, and the car parks itself, right? It does all that good stuff, rear wheel parking. My wife don't believe I can park that well, like, and let the car do it. Okay, let me show you some other features here that this sports package has. Now, that does bring it up to $61,000, but look at some of the features that this has. Let's see here. Panoramic roof, 19-inch windows, power trunk where you can close and lock with a button in the back of your trunk, dual exhaust, power door closure, sport appearance. It got all these features, family. Leather seats, of course. What else? Soft aluminum trim, dual zone climate control. I'm just naming some of these for you guys. Here we go. Heated front seats and ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, okay, standard on all-wheel drive, but it came on my vehicle as well. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Genesis Connected Service, because there's a concierge service when you buy a Genesis. Holler at your boy. They just come pick up the vehicle, take it to the shop for you, and then drop it back off. I love it. Now, when I compare this to a BMW 5 Series, fully loaded like my vehicle is, with the exception of the bigger engine, I'm saving anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000, and I don't even have to pay for heated seats. Now, I'm not stating that BMW has passed that they're going to charge people for heated seats, but they tried it, okay, and the public didn't like it. So, yeah, we at $61,000 right now. If I add title, taxes, and registration, we're at 65, okay? But let me tell you something about this, family. Not only does Genesis have one of the biggest warranties in the game, but they are now on par. And this is my personal opinion, my personal bias. They're now on par with Mercedes, Audi, BMW, whatever car. Like, let me tell you, the luxury inside my car is flawless. Leather, perforated seat, Napa leather, aluminum trim, real wood grain without that glossiness, just the wood itself. Beautiful vehicle. Beautiful vehicle. Let's view the interior really quickly because I actually like the car. Yes, I'm biased. Okay. Look at this. This is all real metal. This ain't plastic, anything. This is all metal, leather, so on and so forth. Okay. Let me move on, though. Let me move on. I was going to be finished way before this. But at the end of the day, family, you're paying, again, around $65,000 after taxes, fees, and all of that. Now, I know that's the upper echelon that people want to buy for electric vehicle. But in my opinion, when it comes to the warranty, that's what a lot of people don't understand. If you were to go and buy this vehicle, the most important thing about all this technology and luxury and pizzazz and status and style, the most important thing is your damn warranty. Let me show you Genesis warranty. Can I spell Genesis correctly? Give me 1 second, family. Genesis warranty versus, let's say, a BMW. Let's say a BMW. Here we go. It says Genesis G80 comes with a 5-year, 60,000 mile basic warranty and a 10-year, 100,000 mile limited powertrain warranty. Whereas though BMW 5 Series drivers will have to make do with a 4-year, 50,000 mile basic warranty and a 4-year, 50,000 mile limited powertrain warranty. The next time you guys go out and you buy a vehicle, and again, I'm not sponsored by Genesis or Hyundai. It's just my personal preference, but shout out to you guys. You guys doing a great job. You might want to give me a free G90 or GV80. I won't be mad at you. But nonetheless, when we look at these warranty, family, this is some of the most important information that you can have with your car. In 5 years, I mean, it's the leading industry standard when it comes to warranties. 5-year, 60,000 miles, 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty. Then when it comes to BMW, you see it here. That's all I got for you guys. But buyer beware. Buyer beware. You guys have a great and wonderful day. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.